Okay, thanks for listening, guys. This is Channel MMA with Jay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some fight picks for this upcoming fight tomorrow. It's UFC Fight Night 133. It's not the most glamorous card, but it has some really good fights on it, some even matchups. Right now, I'm talking about Kat Zingano versus Marion Reneau. Kat Zingano is going to be her second fight back since she took that leave after UFC 200, so it's her second fight back, and her record is 9-3. Marion Reneau has been fighting. She's been active, and her record is 9-3-1. So they're pretty evenly matched in terms of experience in the octagon. Well, not really in the octagon. I think Marion Reneau is a lot more green than Kat Zingano. But Kat Zingano has really had a lot of mental issues, a lot of mental stuff just personal stuff that got in the way of her fight game quite a bit, and understandably so, to be honest. She had just all types of stuff. Before Kat Zingano went on this losing streak, this 3-fight losing streak, she was an absolute beast in the octagon. I mean, she was really a product. I mean, she was just an absolute product. The way nobody was as slick as Kat Zingano except for maybe Ronda Rousey in terms of the takedowns. Her takedowns were high amplitude and very slick, but Kat Zingano had some interesting takedowns. They were always like lateral drops. She had something that looked like she used to be throwing people with guillotine throws. She was throwing Amanda Nunes all around with that guillotine, flipping her over in the back of her head. She really was just slick, and everything about Kat Zingano always looks so technical. Another thing is she had she had a lot of heart. A lot of her fights she was losing. She's losing first, and then she kind of comes back. Like, it's almost like she has to get warmed up or something. But that doesn't take away from the fighting style at all. It actually makes it interesting. Makes it interesting to watch. But, I think that I saw an interview with Kat Zingano where she was talking about this fight, and she seemed back to the regular Kat Zingano. She seemed back to that person. Like, Kat Zingano really wasn't, she was flashy in the octagon, but she just wasn't a flashy person. Like, she's not screaming. Like, she just seems calm. Really, really calm. Kind of like Karolina Kowalkiewicz, even though KK smiles so much. Like, she'll smile in the beginning. Kat Zingano won't be smiling really. She'll just be kind of looking like she's in fight mode, but not too aggressive. And then she's always nice to her opponents. This person's a really good fighter. It's just that I'm a little bit better, blah, blah, blah. Then even after she wins the fight, she'll just get up, put her hands in the air, but she's never shocked that she won. People be shocked. They'll get up screaming, I can't believe, running around the octagon, everything. She's never like that. Kat Zingano always was just composed. That was another one of her skills, composure. But ever since everything personally, and then the Ronda Rousey fight, just the skid that she's been on, I'm not sure what type of fighter she is. She didn't even look like Kat Zingano in the last fight. She really didn't. And now, let me just say a couple words about Marion Reneau. Marion Reneau is... she came into MMA more as an athlete, and she came in a little bit later in the game, but she has managed to really put up some great performances in the octagon. I'll say that definitely. She put up some great performances. She's a BJJ black belt, and it shows. She's a BJJ black belt, and it absolutely shows, man, because she will put you in all types of chokes, chokes, triangles, threatening the arms, threatening the neck, and she'll be chaining these submissions together. She's incredibly nimble. She's the type of bantamweight that looks like she's a true bantamweight. Like, her size is small. Not that she's small, but she hasn't packed on a lot of muscle, put it that way. She hasn't packed on a lot of muscle, so she's real nimble on the ground. She's sweet with the triangle. She's sweet with that triangle choke. I believe that she's beaten, so how many people has she beaten with that choke? She just choked out Sarah McMahon with that. Just choked out Sarah McMahon. She hit Sarah McMahon with a left and then dropped her with a right, and then, kind of went to the ground a little bit. And then Marion Reneau just went in and choked her out with the feet, with the legs, with the triangle choke. She choked out, who's this girl that's at strawweight now? Jessica Andrade with that. She really does. She gets these chokes in. I believe that she choked out Bernardo. Is her name Bernardo? Toledo Bernardo. Yeah, Toledo Bernardo. I believe she choked her out. Oh no, that was rear naked choke. Rear naked. So I'm not sure, but she's gotten a lot of just submissions on her record for sure. And she put up a decent performance against Holly Holm. You know, she just was incredibly green during that fight. But what I can say is Marion Reneau has been on a little bit of a tear in the bantamweight division. Marion Reneau always comes out as if she's focused on the fight and she's ready and that she doesn't really have the mental issues that Kat Zingano has. But Marion Reneau is she's just green. That's the only thing that I can say. You know, she doesn't really have that killer instinct on the feet. And her fight IQ, it's really not up there with her BJJ game. You know, it just isn't up there. But she's still really good. She's still a very good fighter. It's just you can see some tentativeness when she throws, when she's when it's time to strike, she's really playing the defensive striking game more than she really doesn't put her offense off that much. But that hasn't really hindered her that much. I've seen parts of her game that I wish that she would show more. Like she was lighting up Ashley Evans Smith's leg with leg kicks. You know, with leg kicks, she was lighting her leg up. Marion Reneau also does not take people down. I know I just said that she has a lot of submissions, but she doesn't necessarily initiate takedowns. If somebody goes to take her down, she doesn't have takedown defense. Like she won't defend the takedown. She'll go to the ground, which is usually a problem because her opponent usually racks up points because Marion Reneau doesn't care about going to the ground. She knows she's good on the ground. But the thing is, her opponents always rack up points with a takedown. So she's lost some very close decisions. It's just, you know, Marion Reneau's game is good. It's just she really needs to tailor it more for winning. You know, not for not losing, for winning. You know, don't fight not to lose. You need to fight to win. But anyways, I really do like both of these fighters. It's really tough to pick. I believe that this is going to be one of those old school fights. I can't even say old school, but one of those early women's MMA fights in the early days of the UFC when it was just the first few fights. Kat Zingano always was in an entertaining fight. She was always in an entertaining fight. So I believe that this might be the comeback for Kat Zingano, to be honest. That is my fight pick. I'm picking Kat Zingano actually I'm actually picking Kat Zingano to finish Marion Reneau, to finish her. Kat Zingano is a big time finisher. She's slick with the submission. She's slick with the takedowns. She doesn't have a whole lot of submissions, but she's slick with those takedowns. And then when she gets you on the ground, she's just so aggressive. She's just so aggressive. To be honest, anywhere the game goes, anywhere this fight goes, I can just see Kat Zingano winning. The clinch, Kat Zingano need Miesha Tate's face into a pulp. You know, just knees. I can see her throwing knees. I can see if she opens her game up. If she gets out of her own head, she can win this fight. The UFC has given her so many chances. She would be 0-4 if she doesn't win this one. And they're not giving her an easy opponent. They're giving her a tough opponent in Marion Reneau. And it's a shame that Marion Reneau had to take this type of fight. But I think Marion Reneau wanted to take it because that's a good name to have on your record. So I'm expecting a firefight. I'm expecting an absolute firefight. And the problem is it doesn't matter which one of these ladies win. It's going to be a finish. I just can't see it going to decision. But I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to Kat Zingano. I believe that she's going to be able to go in there and get the job done. She just sounds different. She sounds like the calm Zingano from back in the days. So that's my fight pick. I don't know what you guys think about this matchup. I know it's probably not going to be a popular pick just since Kat's been on such a losing streak. But there are certain things that I see in fighters that make me think, okay, maybe that they had a good camp, that they're feeling confident, that they're feeling back to, some of these fighters just need to feel like their old self again. And if Kat Zingano is feeling like her old self, any day of the week she would beat Marion Reneau. Kat Zingano was an absolute she just was never say die type of person. You never knew what she was going to throw in terms of knees, elbows, absolutely slick takedowns. When she mounted Amanda Nunes, it didn't take any time. When Amanda Nunes mounted Kat Zingano, Amanda Nunes was throwing some heavy leather. She was. And they're, whoa. She did. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she threw some heavy leather. When Kat Zingano got on top of Amanda Nunes, it was lights out. She split Amanda Nunes shit all the way up. She was bloodied up. She looked bloodied up, man. She busted her up and finished her right there on the ground. TKO finish. Anyways, that's the champ. That's the champ, Amanda Nunes. I know UFC is trying to get Kat Zingano back to that spot where she can fight Amanda Nunes again, but we'll see. Only time will tell. My pick right now is for Kat Zingano. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section.